Good morning, children. Welcome to the video on Rain on the Roof, written by Cord Skinny. We will be discussing about the author, the theme of the poem, its explanation, vocabulary, the poetic devices or figures of speech, and the rhyme scheme. Now about the author. Cord Skinny was born in 1826 near Penn, New York. He was partly educated at Antioch College, Yellow Springs, Ohio, and studied law with Thomas Corwin. He was admitted to the bar of Cincinnati in 1856. He became a journalist and worked on papers in Cincinnati, Ohio, Xenia, and Springfield, Illinois. He was a senator. He wrote poetry and his verses were collected in Keuka and other poems, Cincinnati, 1855, and lyrics of the ideal and the real in 1888. Of his verses, The Rain on the Roof, which was set to music, was the most popular. He died in Ohio in 1904. Now, let's talk about the theme of this poem. It is about rain as a healing power. And the narrator or the speaker is a child, the poet himself. Now, rain as a healing power. In this poetry, poet indicates that whenever he feels sad, he lie down on his bed and listen to the sound of the rain that brings him his old memories back, that soothe him. Right? So, at times, detaching from the world and listening to the sound of the rain can be very soothing. This is the message the poet has tried to provide. Now, explanation of the first stanza. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. You see the rhyme scheme: A, B, C, B, D, E, A, E. Furthermore, let's talk about the vocabulary of the poem. Humid, something which is full of moisture. Shadows refer to moisture-laden clouds which cast a shadow on earth. Hover means to move around something. Melancholy means sad. Bliss means happiness. Patter is the sound of raindrops falling on the cottage roof or on the roof. And cottage chamber here means the bedroom. It says at the night time when shadows cover all the stars and planets, and it seems to poet that darkness is crying and the rainfall represents its tears. Basically, here the melancholy, darkness cannot be sad. It's poet who is sad, and poet's feelings have been transferred onto darkness. So poet feeling in the night sky, it was raining, poet was feeling sad, to calm himself down, to make himself happy, what did he do? He lied down on the bed of his chamber and kept listening to the sound of rain hitting the roof. Now, figures of speech: alliteration, humid hover, starry sphere, press pillow, lie listening. These are all alliteration. Onomatopoeia, the use of sound words to create a dramatic effect and auditory imagery. Patter is the use of the sound word. It is the sound made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop. Personification, darkness has been personified when he says that it is sad. Transfer epithet, melancholy darkness. Darkness is not melancholy, it refers to the sad people or the poet himself. Now here is stanza 2. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof as I lie to the patter of the rain upon the, as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. That is, you see how clothes are woven. The sheet produced is called woof. And here are a few word meanings. Tinkle is a short light ringing sound. Shingles, rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. Echo, repeated sound. Woof is the thread woven across a loom. Patter, the sound of raindrops. And busy being refers to human beings, and the poet is referring to himself. Alliteration, being busy, their thread, rain, roof. Onomatopoeia, patter, tinkle and patter are sound effects. Personification, recollections is personified when he says that they weave dreams. And transfer epithet, dreamy fancies. It does not mean that the fancies are dreamy, it refers to the people who have dreams. Now, stanza 3. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Now, vocabulary. Earth is before, dawn is daybreak, list is listen, refrain is something that is repeated. Here it refers to the sound of rain that is repeated. Now, alliteration, memory, my mother, darling dreamers. Onomatopoeia, patter. Again, the rhyme scheme is ABC, BD, EAE. Now, here are a few assignment questions for you. You can try to answer them. What do the following phrases mean to you? Humid shadows, starry spheres, what a bliss, 1,000 dreamy fancies, busy being start, 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. What does the poet like to do when it rains? Now the third one, he likes to lie on the cottage chamber bed and listen to the sound of rain. What is the single major memory that comes to poet? Who are the darling dreamers he refers to? And finally, is the poet now a child? Is his mother still alive? Right? So these are your assignment. Hopefully you do it properly. Till my next video, it's goodbye.